Greetings, good people. Welcome back to the channel. All right, so it's time for my Wendy Williams update. Okay, I wish this could be like a weekly segment. So, are the producers of the Wendy Williams show giving up hope on her return? Also, Radar Online is reporting that Kelvin Hunter, who is the ex-husband of Wendy Williams, was out partying in New York. There were whispers that he could have possibly swung by Wendy's place because she lives in the swanky part of Manhattan, and he could have paid her a visit and checked on her. Very well possible. Now, Kevin Hunter lives in Florida with the mother of his newest child, his daughter, Sharina Hudson. Is that how her name goes? Either way, okay, you can tell whose side I'm on. Anyway, so Calvin Hunter, he lives in Florida, right? So he came to New York to party, and he possibly checked on Wendy Williams. We don't know. This is what these media outlets are reporting. So here's a picture of Kevin, aka Kelvin, partying with friends. So he was seen out and about in New York, and they're saying that he didn't have a care in the world. He was smiling. He was with his girlfriend, and he was just living his life. Now, for some reason, people want Kevin Hunter to report or publicly comment about his ex-wife's health crisis. Why? I don't think that he should. I think that he would get his head chewed off. He's already getting his head chewed off, right? So what is it that he is supposed to say? I mean, he knows more about what's really going on with Wendy Williams than we do, right? So what is there for him to say? So he stopped by the Laredo Italian Kitchen and Bar for a bite to eat. I think that is his restaurant. That's the restaurant that he recently opened up, like an Italian restaurant, and is not that far away from where Wendy Williams is located. Okay, you guys know that she is under doctor's supervision. That's why she's not coming back to the show. I don't think that the doctors have given her approval to come back or clearance to come back. We really don't know what the heck is going on. And it's just a little bit nerve-wracking, right? The selfish side of me is like, dang, I wish we knew what was going on. Not to gossip or pry, but it's like, some of us care, some people don't, but some people do. So Radar Online first reported that, when the Wendy Williams show's producers do not have plans for Wendy to return to the show, and they're currently looking for a permanent replacement to take over, right? This is according to Radar Online. Now, you guys have been seeing the articles. Is Wendy coming back? Nick Cannon is going to take her spot. Sherry Shepherd is going to be hired. Is Leah Remini going to take over her show? It's going to be the Nick Cannon show in the Wendy Williams slot. So who knows? No one knows. So Radar Online is reporting that an insider told them that Wendy has not shown any signs that she is ready to take on the duties of her show. And they've also been told that the network execs have no problem with her being gone, and they're enjoying the ratings, seeing an increase with her gone. Yikes. So the ratings are significantly higher without Wendy Williams. There's whispers that the staff is a lot more relaxed and comfortable because that there were rumors going around that the staff was not happy. It was a very tense environment. And now in Wendy Williams' absence, the opposite is true. Everyone is floating around smiling. Everyone's comfortable. No one's on edge. And it's all good. It's a great environment. Now, as far as the ratings are concerned, this is show business, okay? The show must go on. I'm pretty sure that Wendy Williams has a strong understanding of that, more than the average viewer, right? So a 32% increase without Wendy Williams is good. 32% doesn't sound like a lot, but the ratings for the Wendy Williams show, when Wendy was in her purple chair, haven't been the greatest, okay, compared to prior seasons. So this much of an increase is huge for the network, right? They were just expecting some fill-in hosts to just basically keep the lights on. So they weren't hoping for this much of a boost in ratings. Now, a lot of people have been on Twitter and other social media platforms saying, we're not watching. It's not the same. Bring Wendy back. We're tired. We don't want to see Leah. We don't want to see this one. Sidebar. Fat Joe and Remy Ma did a really good job when they were on last week, right? All of the people who have been, except for Whitney Cummings, no shade. Yeah, she was she was not it. She wasn't a good fit, in my opinion. But everyone else, even Jerry Springer, Steve Wilkos, Bill Bellamy, oh my gosh, right? He was good. Fat Joe, Remy Ma, Leah Remini, everybody, Sherry Shepherd, everyone did a great job. So I think that all these people who are saying, we ain't watching, you know, you're kind of outnumbered, because somebody's watching these darn shows, because a 32% increase in ratings, that is, like I said, that's music to the network's ears. They were not expecting that. So they're looking at it, well, damn, with Wendy gone, we seen this boost in ratings, then we're not holding our breath for her to come back. So it's not necessarily that they're giving up hope in a negative way, but in a more realistic way. Like, forget it. Look, we don't know when she's coming back. We don't know if the doctors are communicating with production. And again, the show must go on. So I don't know. Somebody's watching. So I guess they were hoping for a decline in ratings, and the opposite took place. And this could be a blessing in disguise for Wendy too. This could be a way of escape. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think Wendy's heart was in it anymore. And I think that it became difficult for her to balance the things that have been going on in her personal life and also her work. You know, it's not easy always having to put on a happy face in front of millions of people, and they expect you to perform nonstop. It's not easy. Yes, it's her job. Yes, she built this house, you know, from the ground up, but she's human at the end of the day. And sometimes we're not always built to remain strong 24/7, 365. That's not the way we're designed, you know? And then on top of that, health issues that she has, aside from emotional issues, and then her private issues becoming public. It's a lot, okay? It's a lot. Anyone who's gone through anything can tell you, right? So Sherry Shepherd, Leah Remini, they've all been doing a phenomenal job. Sherry Shepherd is coming back in December, which is tomorrow. The 1st of December is tomorrow. But anyway, she'll be coming back next week until they go on their holiday Christmas vacation hiatus. Right now, Leah Remini and Michelle Visage are back. Today is Tuesday, November 30th. So yesterday, Bevy Smith and Squad panel, they were on there. So Leah Remini and Sherry Shepherd are fan favorites, specifically Sherry Shepherd. So they're leaning more towards Sherry Shepherd. Of the public, they like Sherry. I think Sherry's personality is great for daytime television. Same thing with Leah Remini. Is Leah Remini going to be doing it by herself or with Michelle Visage? I wouldn't mind seeing Leah and Michelle do a show, just not at that 10 o'clock slot in the morning. No, I would prefer to see Sherry Shepherd. Sherry Shepherd has a very outgoing personality. She's, you know, out and about, floating around with the who's who. You know, she got stories to tell. She's a comedian. You know, she's fun. And I think that that's what we miss about Wendy Williams. You know, Wendy Williams doesn't go out as much as she used to. Remember, she used to always talk about having dinner with Andre Leontelli, and she went to this restaurant and this one called her up. Or when her hairstylist was alive, may he rest in peace, they would have little powwows at her house. It's just, things have changed, and it seems like a chore. It doesn't seem like Wendy is having fun anymore. So I think we need to lighten the mood that early in the morning. And Sherry Shepherd's personality is great. You know, like I said, she's an actress, comedian. She understands daytime television. Hell, she was on the panel of The View, for Christ's sake. So she understands how this worked. And I think that Sherry Shepherd wants to have her own television show as well. So she's in the running to replace Wendy's time slot. Let me not say replace Wendy Williams, because you can't replace Wendy Williams, but that time slot is a coveted time slot, that 10 a.m. time slot. So I think Sherry Shepherd would do well. The numbers when she was guest hosting was great. Same thing with Leah Remini. But again, I think Sherry's the number one choice, right? She's also made it very clear, Sherry Shepherd that is, because she's a class act, that she will not take the job without Wendy's blessing. Here's the thing. That's great and all. You're a class act, but be very careful, because what if Wendy doesn't give you her blessing? You're going to, and the network basically severs ties with Wendy Williams, and you decide, nope, I'm not going to do it. But you know what? Everybody has their reasons for doing things. But when a blessing comes knocking on your door, just be wise. That's all I have to say. I'm not telling her to take it and not take it with or without Wendy's blessing. I understand why she's saying that. These are two black women. You don't want to pit them against each other because the media would have a field day, right? Because they would have it seem as though Wendy Williams doesn't want her in that slot and she better not take it. And if she takes it, then, ooh, Sherri, how could you steal Wendy's show? You know, so I can understand why Sherri Shepherd would say, not without Wendy's blessing. You know what came to mind when I read this? Remember when Nick Cannon, he had the situation that he had and they yanked Wild 'N Out off, and they tried to asked DC Young Fly if he would take over hosting Wild 'N Out, and he said nah. He said, I'm not doing that. He said, I would never bite that man gave me an opportunity. I would never bite the hand that feeds me. And I wouldn't do it unless Nick Cannon gives me the okay. That's what this reminded me of. But I wouldn't mind seeing Sherri Shepherd. I'm going to keep it real with you. I think Sherri would do a phenomenal job. I miss Wendy. I do. And it's just a matter of a habit. We're used to seeing Wendy popping out and skipping, to her purple chair. And I think this is going to be a huge adjustment for a lot of us who have come to know Wendy. Show comes on at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So it's just going to take a huge adjustment or some getting used to if Wendy does not return. I'm still on Denial Boulevard, and I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. If Wendy bows out gracefully, I'll believe it. I do think that she obviously should take care of herself. She definitely has family and friends that love her and care about her and are wishing her nothing but the best. And again, we don't know exactly what's going on. We don't know if she's getting better. We don't know if she's getting worse. And sometimes we don't need to know. All I can do is just continue to wish her well. So that's all I got, and got no more. That is my weekly Wendy update, or my update on Wendy Williams. So it's a possibility that the network could be moving on, which makes sense from a business standpoint, and I totally understand. But I'm holding out hope that Wendy will return. I won't believe that Wendy is not returning until Wendy doesn't return and the show changes its name and the purple chair is a different color chair. Until then, anything is possible. All right, y'all, I'm signing off. I love you for watching. And as always, until next time, peace.